he's got away. Saved! Somehow the keeper kept it out.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Panenka Show. This is episode 12. Thanks for sticking with us for so far. I'm your host, Carlos Brathwaite, and tonight we have Tazieo ready.
Good night.
Nice weather, Tazieo.
It happens.
Yeah. And introducing Gabrielle Phillips.
Hello to the viewers.
We'll start off by reviewing today's fixtures, Group C and Group D. We'll start with the Group D snooze fest, Costa Rica, England. Costa Rica already through, but 0-0 draw.
I expected England to at least show some face before they go home. But it was a snooze fest, like you said.
Yeah.
For me, in England's whole, the coach fielded his say. I thought that they would have actually gone on to score some goals and had an entertaining game, actually.
But the whipping boys, supposed whipping boys of the group, actually topped the group, Costa Rica. I mean, nobody saw this coming.
I didn't.
I didn't either.
They had a fantastic defense. They played a 5 at back. And they just kept the ball moving. They played in patches and executed when they had to. Okay,
so how far do you see the Costa Ricans going? They have Grace next in the knockout. Think they could go on and keep the upsets going?
Of course.
Certainly, because in my view, I don't see Greece as to be one to be there. So they course through, well, not course through, but rather ease through at Ivory Coast slipper. And
you're talking with Greeks, yeah?
Yeah. Next game, gone.
Next game, gone. Okay. All right. And today's laughing because we got the Italian here. Italy, another European side gone home. Uruguay defeated them 1-0. A repeat of 2010. Tazieo, you have the floor.
Well, to be honest, I'm a little bit bitter by the red card, first and foremost.
So not a red card for you? For
me, I don't think you can play a straight red for intent. A yellow card at most. There was not much in the foul.
Yeah, but
I might sound a little biased because they're Italian.
But one could argue when it stands up right in front of the ref, deserving it.
That's what I said, intent, but he slightly touched him, you know.
Slight?
Yes, slightly.
So you think it's a heavy touch?
Heavy.
Yeah,
Justified.
Okay.
Justified.
And Suarez bite on Chiellini. And Suarez did what he had to do, yeah.
Talking point.
Yeah, but most players do what they have to do to win.
But who could see the Italians going home in the group? I mean, after defeating England in the first game, it looked like it would have been a course through, but...
I wouldn't say that. Me personally, I thought the squad was weak in attack. It was toothless to me. Because players like Giuseppe Rossi were home, Mattia Destro was left home. Cassano, he's slippery, but I think his time has passed. And Balotelli, for me, for a player that says only Messi and Ronaldo is better than him, he's not even close. So I think your attack were it was toothless. Yeah. So
okay. They brought in Verratti. Verratti had a good game in the.
He had a good game today.
In the first game, because he had a good one.
No, to me he was average. A lot of people might disagree with me, but Verratti control and pass. There are a lot of players who can do that. He plays left or right.
He could be the player too. Come on.
I don't see it.
I mean, he's beat like 4 or 5 today.
With a pass, but he had a good game today. I said today. And honestly, the coach mainly I would blame because we played like he did not see the workout since Euro 2012. We changed formation like 11 different times. Played players at the workout in positions they never played before. A player like Churchy, he's okay, but he should not be at the workout. He's not national team material, in my opinion. So going home was probably the best thing for us because we're probably going on to round of 16 with a draw and getting embarrassed. So going home is not so bad.
All right, Uruguay sneak through, defeat early against Costa Rica. Who would have seen them progressing up to the group?
The Uruguay game. For me, it was okay. Italy, first half, dominated possession, but somehow couldn't carve out a clear-cut chance. Uruguay, on the other hand, who didn't control the game, but still had few chances in the first half. Then, second half, massive tossing points in there.
You mean on the red card? So that played into their hands. 10 men Italy, they could go ahead and, steal it from there.
From the red card, Italy went into their shell. And that is where Uruguay took control of the game and really started to assert themselves. From there, then after they scored the goal, Italy tried to get what's on from the game, but it was too late.
Yeah, too late. Godin header in the Champions League final, header here to pull Italy.
With a head that size, you should score. But to say Italy went in a shell, it was not really, they didn't really go in a shell. That's the smart thing to do. You got 10 men, you're playing against a very respectable team, and you have to defend first. And they had numerous counterattacks after they went down to 10 men. Immobile really fluffed one. I don't know why he did.
I saw people saying this is the guy that should start, but today it didn't really look like he would have proven his worth. Like controlling, being easily read by the defenders.
He reminds me of a player like Inzaghi. Given the chance in the box, he will bury it. But for him to take the team on his back and come up with something special, he's not that player. So he would need service. Cassano came on for him.
He ain't control the ball in the week.
Yeah, he ain't control the ball for the week. And he kind of overhit a cross too as well on one of the counter-attacks. This is the first time I see Pirlo tackling in a long time since playing for Juventus. But to say they win the shell, I wouldn't agree with that. Okay. They just play smart.
All right, so quickly, Suarez, another bite. What do y'all think should be the repercussions?
Ban surely and fine. You can't have those things in football when you're trying to make the sport better. And tracking back now to Premier League, Suarez versus Jovanovic, he did the same thing. And after he served his ban, he was saying, well, he learned his lesson. Yet still, come back again.
Yeah, and as your player, both for Juventus and Italy, what do you think should happen to Suarez?
Well, it seems the ban does nothing for Suarez. So, this ban has to come with at least a hefty fine. But, like I said before, players do anything to win, and this is a World Cup. We've seen Suarez hands the ball on the goal line before. I've seen Tazieo slap down a ball and knock out Liverpool. He's supposed to be a good guy. Yeah. People do things to win, and me, you and I, and probably you would want to do anything different.
Yeah, true. Okay, we'll go on to review the Group C matches from today. We'll take a quick break. This is the Panenka Show. Okay. And welcome back to the Panenka Show. We're going to do some Group C previews. Start with the Japan-Colombia match. Colombia steamrolled Japan 4-1. I mean, these guys looking very deadly. Maximum points out of the group. What do y'all thought of the Colombians?
The Colombians, today was a party for them, mostly. Jackson Martinez, we know he's a goal scorer. I was surprised to see Ibarbo before him in the first game. He came out, showed the coach what he had in him, and he deserved to start next game.
Okay. You are going next for the Colombians. Gabrielle, how far do you think they could go? I mean, who's going to start with?
They could cause an upset, but I would give Uruguay.
Uruguay?
2-1.
Very early prediction for you. Yeah, that was a very big prediction too. And the Japanese, Honda, Kagawa, I mean, you got these creative players within your rank, but they still can't make it happen.
Kagawa, to me, I don't know. He's losing it slowly but surely. He can pass. We know this, but
you can't say he's losing it. I mean, still basically in his prime years, but
he's losing it. To me, they need a supporting cast. It's not like a basketball team where 2 or 3 players can win you a championship. This is 11v11. You need more. You need at least 2 good players in defense, at least a good passer in the midfield, and a finisher up top, and a goalkeeper who's actually decent.
Yeah. Okay, we move on to the other Group C fixture, and I call this one outside. Greece defeating Ivory Coast 2-1. I mean, Gabrielle, come on. Greece ain't scoring so long, but go put 2 goals in Ivory Coast today.
Well, I guess when you don't take your chances, you get out. And sadly, Ivory Coast slipped at Greece. What an irony.
No pun intended.
It's true.
Yeah, Samaras, some would. I don't rate him that high, but a late penalty.
Samaras he's a player for the neutrals. If you're not a fan, of either team, you will probably support Samaras. But the penalty they got in the 92nd minute, that's a bold move from the referee, I assume.
So another referee decision determining a match in this World Cup.
Yeah. But you see, the touch was ever so slight, and for you to call that there in the 92nd minute,
seems like he had it premeditated, or
we don't want me to say that, but that was cutting it close.
Yeah. Ivory Coast finally start Drogba, but
let us know in part.
Yeah.
I guess we can see the Drogba effect coming off the bench. She has a greater influence. Although Bonnie also come on, spurned a few chances before he scored. Bonnie probably should have started.
So that was the running team we had during the show. Like, should Bonnie start? Should Drogba start? Bonnie was ineffective, even though he did score in the first game. The Drogba effect came and changed the game. I know he didn't start in this game, but he come on and he scored again to give them the equalizer to get them to the winner. But unfortunately, that happened. So they didn't find the right thing yet. They didn't find the right striker yet. But even though Drogba is going out, so it will be, all hopes will be resting on Bonnie's shoulders going forward.
Well, besides Algeria, most African teams don't look like they will score when they get in the attacking territory. It's like they always rush a shot. They just get lost when they get to the attacking third. A player like Drogba's experience, you would expect better. People like Solomon Kalou, you would expect much better. The Champions League winner already. Bonnie, for me, he would score. He's spectacular. He's like Samaras. You would like him if you don't have no support to whoever is playing on either side. A name like Bonnie, that's kind of catchy. You know how people jump on players, but for me, Bonnie's average at best.
Average, okay. Ivory Coast, though, the progression curve still stands, and you thought they would have progressed from this group. I mean, you got players in your ranks like Yaya Toure coming off a fire season.
Yeah.
I mean, I really lost for words. Like, how could they not progress with this group?
I guess in the end they took Greece for granted and paid the price.
Yeah, but that means they took all the other teams for granted because they shouldn't have to boil down to this last game. They won the first game, second game, and now.
You can't.
The curious case of the Ivorians. I still don't understand. You have that much individual talent,
But that's the thing. They're probably not gelling together, and you don't only see in Ivory Coast all the African teams. Well, except Algeria. So I shouldn't say all, but most African teams, it's like it's just pass, reach the attacking territory, and then here wire. It's like they just lose the plot when they get there. They come to major tournaments. This is not the first time we saw Ivory Coast falter. They lost AFCON finals to Zambia. Somebody you never expect to win. I guess they don't have the heart or the fight in them. Greece certainly did. We saw that in 2004 at the Euros. No one expected them to win. Beat Portugal at home.
With a pragmatic approach.
So, yeah, but the African sides, they just seem to be losing it.
Yeah, it's so inexplicable, man. Yaya Toure, Gabrielle, a top player with Man City, but just can't replicate this form with the Ivorians.
A big player that he is, as the big player that he is, you would really expect that having not as much quality around him, he would be the one, as in he has quality back at Man City, so he would be the shining light. He leaves Man City. You would think that here in Ivory Coast, he would do the same thing. Yet, fails.
Yeah, but
mystery.
Wait, so it's a mystery for you too, because I'm trying to find a reason too. It was asking if you could get a reason. I mean,
we don't know. I don't know much about their coach. His system doesn't seem all that bad, and they just, like I said, they just lose it when it matters.
Yeah,
scoring. They're defending. It's not that bad. It's not the best in the world because they do concede, but they need to score. They need somebody to finish.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll take a break on that point, and we'll be back with tomorrow's fixtures, Group F and Group E. We'll be previewing those. We'll be back. This is the Panenka Show. And welcome back to the Panenka Show. We're going to preview Group F. Nigeria taking on Argentina. Argentina on 6 points. Nigeria on 4. Nigerians just have to avoid defeat. Think they could do it against the Argentines?
No. I believe so. Argentina hasn't been one to really, how to put it?
I mean, they still haven't been this so impressive, like,
exactly.
Run out, you know?
You really haven't won over your heart.
Yeah.
Seeing this Argentina.
Yeah, just pure individual brilliance from Messi. We got this so far.
Not even him, but players around him as well.
I mean, the De Marias, the Kona girls, they went step up and replicate that club for him.
Disappointing.
So you would go to you would go to Nigeria avoiding defeat here.
I believe they can hold them to a draw.
A draw, okay. And you say you don't see them at all.
No.
What is that?
Well, Nigeria, they left out Uche, so they have Odomingi, and for me, he's the only boy capable of scoring a goal.
The guy Amanike, they playing a good performance last time around. But as you say with the typical thing, as they get in his final third, their headers get hot, you know. But
Argentina, they're on 6 points. The coach will probably give some others a run out, and more than likely they'll be hoping to show Sabella that they deserve a start in the round of 16.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to come out and fight. They're not going to lay down, and I think Argentina, they don't score much goals. Well, they haven't so far. Probably a 1 or 2-0 victory to Argentina.
1 or 2-0 and a draw for Gabrielle. All right, we'll go on to Group F, Bosnia, Iran. The Bosnians just playing for pride and a must win for the Iranians, and they got to hope that Nigeria get beat. How do y'all see this game going?
Go ahead.
Toss up.
A toss up?
Anyways, you never know. Might be a shock to Bosnia. For our Bosnia.
You mean Bosnia winning?
Yeah.
So they can go out with some pride then?
Probably.
All right. Do you, Tazieo?
Continuing with the fairy tales, they have a lot so far. So, I see. If Iran continue to defend this with the discipline they have before, they could probably nip them 1-0, 2-1. A scoreline of 1. Yeah.
Okay. So how would y'all gauge the Bosnians' first foray into the World Cup? I mean, unlucky defeat against Nigeria, had a good goal chalked off, but how would you gauge their performance?
For a team coming into the World Cup, was average. Starters, okay.
That's okay for Gabrielle, for you, Tazieo?
I find that their midfield proved to be their undoing. PNH, he's a top player for me, but he didn't produce the goods to me. Zako was running, he was trying, he really was. But he had no help. And their defense was probably average at best.
Yeah, so average for you too.
I think Begovic, I don't know, he could have probably organized the defense a little more as well.
Okay. All right, we'll go on to preview Group E, and we'll start with Honduras, Switzerland. Even though Honduras have lost twice, mathematically they're still in it, but they got away by 5 goals.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's been going.
Yeah.
They don't want a game.
Yeah, true. Switzerland, they progression, they need a 3-0 win and hope for Ecuador to lose. Who do y'all think, who do y'all have in that game? Honduras, Switzerland?
Switzerland for me.
Switzerland for you. Hondurans, they wasn't really impressive, but these Switzerland's, yeah, these Swiss, sorry. And for you, Tal?
The Swiss will probably win. Honduras also have a chance, but to score 5 goals, that's a tough answer, the Hondurans, but we've seen stranger things happen.
Yeah. Okay, so you go with the Swiss win? Or,
yeah, Swiss win.
Swiss win. No fairy tales. The other Group E match, we got Ecuador taking on France. Ecuador must win, but if they avoid defeat and the Swiss don't win, they still advance. And Valencia really had 3-2. He's been really Ecuador's main man. So y'all think he could put in a performance tomorrow against the French?
Yeah, it's possible he could put in a shift, but like Argentina, France, they probably give some other players a run out, and those players want to start. You don't go to the World Cup, you sit on the bench and say, I've been there. You want to play. You want to get out there, and this is their chance to prove to the coach that they deserve to start. So they're going to get them best, and that might prove to be Ecuador's undoing.
Okay. For you, Gabrielle?
I would agree with Tazieo here. Same thing.
Same thing? Benzema, man on fire, boy. What the Ecuadorians could do to stop him? Well, if he does play.
Who knows? Last game had a goal chalked off in the final minutes.
Yeah, he messed up down below, man.
Man, you never know. It scored actually. Maybe the ref could have let it go on, as in they were in the final third.
The referees need to keep the jobs as well.
The time was out and he blew. You see manager shaking hands, but it just so happened that happened split seconds after. But he's still, even with that goal chalked off, man, I think it's 3 goals already and numerous assists. He's really looking on form at top.
He's looking like the player that Real Madrid thought they bought. So yeah.
So what if that goal is the deciding goal in Golden Boot?
True, that was a good point, but who knows? Giroud and thing at top, you'll go back with that same strike pairing at top, Giroud and Benzema. I mean, they did work well.
For the round of 16, possibly, but I don't think they would play a 2-man attack in this game. Like I said before, more than likely the other players will get a chance to show their worth. So Giroud will probably get a start, or like Remy, depending on the day. But France for sure, they should take this game.
Yeah, not really missing.
Right?
Yeah, not really missing Ribery or Cachery, as I heard he's called.
Valbuena's deputized brilliantly. They're also missing Grenier as well. But to see missing Ribery, yeah. Ribery brings a different dynamic to the game. He takes on players, run out the defense. He can slip through a true ball. Valbuena's doing it as well, but he's mostly whipping in the ball more so than slipping it through. So, in a tougher match, they probably might miss Ribery, yeah.
Oh, okay. So 2 French wins for tomorrow? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Tazieo and Gabrielle, for coming through. And thank you for viewing. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Share it amongst your friends, your family, your girlfriend, anything. Facebook, The Panenka Show, Twitter, The Panenka Show, thepanenkashow.blogspot.com. We got some good articles on there. And email us, thepanenkashow@gmail.com. And that's about it. I'm your host, Carlos Brathwaite, and see you around next time.
Oh, he's in the clear, he's got away. Saved! Somehow the keeper kept it out.